Lovesick 2024 just came out, and already all the nostalgia, all the feels is kicking right in. For a lot of us hardcore BL watchers, Lovesick the series 2014 is one of the first BLs that a lot of us have watched 10 years ago when we started our BL journey. And it was one of those BLs that I guess it was kind of like the first live action BL, because most of us were used to either reading yaoi, or we were used to just watching like the animes. So Lovesick has like a lot of feels for us, a lot of fujoshis. That's like their first BLs that they've watched, and then now 10 years later, like a whole 10 years later, they have Lovesick 2024, where we just made the remake. And the same thing with Lovesick. I just watched the first episode with Lovesick 2024 and Lovesick 2014, the original. They have like the same, where the first episode is completely confusing, because with Lovesick 2024, immediately when we start out with the first episode, we start out with a time skip, where it's like it just starts with like 2 years later. So it's like, I'm guessing throughout the rest of the episodes, they're going to talk to us about what happened before the 2 years. So I don't exactly know where that's going to go. One of the things I really liked is that they introduce all the characters, just like with the first Lovesick, they introduce all the characters at once in the first episode. But the thing is, they also introduced with the Lovesick 2014, they introduced all the storylines in the first episode. So that was very confusing. So it's still confusing a little bit with Lovesick 2024 by introducing all the characters at once, but they're introducing, I think, only one storyline right now. The main storyline is the main two characters with No and Poon. So I think that's really helpful, because I'm not sure if they're gonna go the same route with all the same storylines, but it seems like they might. But I like that they introduce everybody in every storyline all at once. So that's a good thing. I didn't quite like how they recorded the whole series itself. Basically, like they have like this filter on the show, where it's kind of like the whole thing is filmed in portrait mode, where the characters who are in the foreground are like very clear, but everything else behind them is blurry. Like, I don't know, because if you wear glasses like me, it's a little bit confusing to constantly see that contract over and over again. So I hope they clear that up by the next episodes, or maybe it's just because they're trying to introduce each person, so they want you to focus on just the main characters. So hopefully they fix that. But otherwise, like, it was really great. It was really great. You could see the chemistry instantly with the actors, just like with Lovesick 2014. You can see how, like, with just their eyes, it could communicate a lot of emotions. It kind of tells you that something happened 2 years ago, and you just don't know what. So it's really like building up the anticipation for the rest of the series, the rest of the episodes, that it gives me something to look forward to. So I'm really excited about that. But hopefully it's not as long as the original Lovesick, as I think a lot of BLs now have gone away from. With Lovesick 2014, I think it had 20 plus episodes, which was good, like, I don't mind. It was a really good story. But I think now with the new BLs, now at most they'll have maybe 12, maybe 13 episodes. Most tend to stick around the 12 episode timeline, or if they tend to stick around the 10 episode. I think this Lovesick is not going to be as long as the original, but I know for sure they're going past 12 episodes, because it's too many storylines. Like, if they're gonna pick up all the storylines that happened in the original, it's gonna be way too much. Like, it's gonna be too much to fit within just like the regular 12 episode series like that we're used to. So I think they should bring it back and have more than 12, maybe 13, 15, depending on how many storylines they're gonna pick up. But for sure, no less than 12. I don't think it's gonna work. But I'm definitely looking forward to the new episode. I'm definitely looking forward to how the dynamic plays out. It was still confusing to me, just like with the first episode, as to why Poon thought that the best way to get his dad to not push a girl on him is to just go with a relationship with a guy, when he could just tell him, hey, I already have a girlfriend. But he could have just introduced Aim and just said, hey, this is my girlfriend, and see what his dad thought. I don't know why he never just introduced her to him, but we'll find out more. I already love the sister dynamic. She seems like she's not as clingy to Poon as the original sister was. So again, we'll see how that goes. And we love that she's a Fujoshi, and we love that, seeing all the different characters in her room. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing how that relationship builds up, seeing what their plans are. And it also seemed like with the first episode, they sped up some of the storyline plot lines that they had, like, compared to with the first original Lovesick. More of their interaction between Poon and No was a little bit more spaced out. Like, one of the things with the original, I don't remember that the scene where they're washing the bike and then Poon gets that allergic reaction. I don't remember that happening right away in the first episode of the Lovesick. I don't think it happened so quickly. I think it happened further down to build their relationship. So this is something that they introduced right away. Again, I think it's because they're not introducing everyone's storyline all at once. Unlike the original Lovesick, where the first episode was just every character, every storyline, and then they progressed to then each individual character as the time went on. So I think those are the scenes that's going to be a little bit different compared to the original. I think they're gonna focus more on Poon and No versus focusing on everybody else towards the beginning. So I think that's why they're pushing their relationship a little bit further. It seems that time is going by a little bit differently too. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how much further the characters develop with each other, because like I said, the first episode, there's a lot of things that happened that didn't happen until later on in the original series. So I'm guessing their relationship's going to go a little bit deeper. I don't necessarily want more like explicit scenes that we've been seeing more recently with some of the BLs, because they are very young and they're supposed to be portraying like 11th graders. So I'm not really into that, but I love already the chemistry that they have for each other. Even though it's the first episode, you can see that there's something deeper going on and with them, and it's gonna be pretty exciting to see going forward, to see exactly how much further their relationship develops. But I like a lot of the scenes in the first episodes, I don't remember happening until much further on in the series in the original Lovesick 2014 versus Lovesick 2024. So I'm excited. All the nostalgia, all the feels, all the music, all the scenes. I'm looking forward to everything. And this was, like I said, one of the first BLs that I've watched, like one of the first live action. I was so used to just reading the mangas or just watching the animes, you know? So this is really exciting to kind of relive that moment again, relive those stories, relive those characters. So it's exciting and I'm looking forward to it.